Yo, how's it going on, guys? Welcome back to. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to another episode of the Daydreamers Field of Dreams podcast, hosted by yours truly, Germanic or the Daydreamers. And today I am here with. That's your cue.
Sweet Bee. Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello. I love your voice,
Thank you
man.
for, oh, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you for having me here to begin with. And by the way, I have to ask, are you German?
I have like very slight German heritage, but I'm mostly, your basic average white American.
Oh, touche. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Um, uh, yeah.
Yeah. So, without further ado and without more further introduction, let's get this show on the road.
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
So, starting off with the form, because that's where most starting places go. The things that you want to talk about primarily are music, hobbies, and whatever, basically. So, tell me, how did you get first started in music in general?
Music in general. Wow.
Not just vaporwave, but music in general.
Like making music in general or just being into music overall?
Primarily making,
Or
but
both, I suppose.
yeah.
Making music. Okay. It did begin pretty much when I begun making my albums as this, in the signal wave community. I did play around when I was like a teenager around with like basic like computer programs, um, just making tunes, biddies,
Yeah.
and such. So I believe I kind of always had that interest, but I never had the creative outlook to kind of just sit and make like music. I still don't think I make music, to be very frank, right? It's more so of I think because I feel like there's so many talented people, um, even in this community. I mean, especially in this community where they do amazingly well made like sampleless
Yeah.
or sample free tunes. So I don't really think I consider like myself as really making music, but I do. I think the best way is like I curate tunes. I think in a way that I enjoy them, and it's even better if other people are kind of able to find joy in them too. It begun. I believe I got into the whole like vaporwave scene uh, right before COVID. I would say around 2018 ish. I got into it. It began with Ballsoft. I think that's kind of common to be frank, but
Yeah.
I just love the whole like vibe. Being from a person that kind of grew up in the 90s. It always makes me think of like my childhood. And then during COVID, with the whole lockdown concept and dead malls and such, my interest kind of grew and expanded from that point. And yeah, a shy of a year, I think I begun in April. Um, there were just tunes that were just in my head since I was a kid. Um, Again, predominantly from movies, media, and games that I would play in early to mid 90s. That I was like, huh, you know what? I wonder if I could kind of turn them into this genre's version of tunes. And I kind of like began to kind of play around and um, experimented, and then I made my first debut in I think April, I believe, and I was pleased by it. I think it's my most personal album in the context of like all the tracks are songs that I either grew up with or continue to enjoy. Um, I think there's like a track pretty much from each like decade of my life there. So yeah, I would say that my journey began there. and it was mainly an inspiration to kind of like playing an homage to this awesome genre with the tracks that I had in mind, and see what I could do. And then I got pretty good feedback. I had like two people, that came to me and told me, "Hey, it's cool." I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I could do more." And yeah, I think that's the TLDR version of it.
Yeah, and then like the rest is history per se.
Pretty much, yeah. It's I mean, it does become easier, easier not in the context of the music I'm making it easier. It's more so, you have more confidence. You
Yeah,
have a given template that's, in mind of like how you do it. And, and then the pieces just, I think, begin to fall more organically. The very first launch is a bit rough, and, you're kind of beginning to test out tools and,
yeah, and
like, I would say at this point, I have my own niche sound. It doesn't mean it's good,
yeah,
or people might enjoy it, but to me, like, it's my thing. And I think when you have that established, it just makes it a lot easier to move forth and make more stuff.
definitely. I think that people should get more of their style rather than following a specific, like they could fall under a specific genre, but it's a lot more interesting and reliable to have your own sound to produce than following another.
I agree, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
So you said that you were growing up in the 90s, correct?
That's right. Mhm.
I think I also asked Tacos this, and I want to ask you too. Do you think vaporwave
Mhm.
as a whole genre either like provides nostalgia on the 90s or pokes fun at nostalgia for the 90s? Because I've heard people in both
I think it's
sides.
both.
Yeah,
It's both. It's both. I think it's evolved from being, I think the birth of the genre, I could say, was poking fun of it. For sure. I think it was kind of an ironic subgenre of music where, I mean, because like, look, we have synthwave, right? We
yeah,
already have music that mimics that decade and genre of, tones. I feel like the whole concept of like taking known, right? I think that's a big key. Known popular songs from that the decade,
yeah,
and changing them to a point where it's almost comical, especially the very birth of this genre, was, I think, absolutely making kind of fun of it. Not maybe making fun of the decade, but absolutely. I think it was an ironic music.
yeah.
Um, I don't think there's that much of that anymore in the current way. My opinion. Now, I'm not too well versed in vaporwave overall. I've kind of zoned into the whole signal wave,
Signal slush, yeah.
subgenre, kind of, yeah, kind of hard. And I don't think that's very ironic generally, but I do think that exists too, of course. Um, but I think at this point, especially, more, what's the term? Liminal esque music that's being made is, I think, definitely a bit more like nostalgic themed and almost uncanny
Oh
in
yeah,
the context of like, hey, there was this time. It doesn't exist. Did it ever really exist in the way that you think it did? I think it plays to that tone, more than before, is my kind of take on it.
definitely. I love your response to that. Because yeah,
Thank you.
it does feel like a mix of both, and I also feel like it's kind of also ironic in of the sense that, uh, frick, I lost my train of thought. Like we make vaporwave music because it feels like a retrospective of the 90s and how like we can't go back to it, yet at the same time the aesthetic and feel of it almost feels, forced in per se, instead of like an actual tribute to the era.
Right, right. Like a bit of a plug. I have an album, Recurring Dream Mall, and I I feel like the concept is, at least that's how I feel, is majority of the music that I would feel through like all soft and the later form of vaporwave is like the 80s and 90s that you would experience in your dream,
Yeah.
or the dream version of that decade versus the actual decade in actuality. Because it's when you look back, it's easier to ignore and avoid the troubling times and the not so fun parts of that time frame.
Yeah.
But I feel like this genre just does a very good job of kind of hyper focusing on the like capitalists, yeah,
Yeah.
consumerism, the kind of the
The
I think
consumerism
there's also
era.
a lot of like the consumerism era, and with this almost artificial optimism, right? Everything
Oh
will be
yeah.
great. Everything is great, and it'll continue to be great. And we found out, shortly um, later that it wasn't all that great, and things didn't really go out the way that we kind of hoped it to be. So I think it does a great way of kind of capturing that. I love all types of music, but vaporwave, I don't know, man. There's just something visceral about how it makes you feel.
Yeah, because especially after 9/11 and the 2008 recession, it really opened up the field into not how everything's not going to be like a certain paradise, and it also transformed vaporwave into
Right.
like this sort of echoey, distant memory and long lost, forgotten dreams per se of what once was, into like this some sort of dystopian music that you can just morph into an art form, like you said.
Yeah. So that would be my take on the genre, and I think kind of how I got into it and why I think I got into like I can promise you that I did not really grow up with this type of music or interest in this kind of music, like buzak and jazz and
Yeah.
kind of like light blues, and it wasn't really my forte. I was in the polar opposite of that kind of world. I was into heavy metal and melodic death metal,
Oh,
and
you were a death
you
metal
know,
kid?
oh, big time. I mean, I still am. Not a kid anymore, but I was. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of that whole genre, and so growing up, the ironically the vaporwave tunes is, I think, what I would have thought was music that I didn't want to be around, and it always felt like dad music, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think vaporwave just does such a great job of you know having you feel the music through your own thoughts, that it's encapsulated.
Oh, I love this discussion. Because
Same.
I've always wanted to talk about, the thematics of vaporwave without going too much into detail over sampling and the affection of sorts.
Right, definitely.
So I'm also going back to your form question a little bit, and another thing you wanted to talk about was our
Mhm.
hobbies outside of music, I
Okay,
guess. So,
sure.
do you want to start?
Sure. Hobbies. I have a few. I like to play games, video games, definitely, uh, and card games in the context of playing Magic: The Gathering. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I'm kind of old, so I kind of like grew up with that card game being new back in my day. But I'm a big fan of Magic. I played on the computer now. A lot easier to kind of build decks and play with people.
Yeah.
But I'm a gamer at heart. Love video games. I've owned pretty much all the PS consoles from 2 and up. Wide range of genres. Currently playing a lot of Balatro. I'm not sure if you know that game. It's like a poker-based roguelike game.
I think
Been
I know
playing
what you're
that,
talking
but
about.
it's addictive. So been playing that. I love the Silent Hill games. Played them all.
I need to play this.
Massive fan. Yeah, yeah.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, they're fantastic, fantastic, fantastic tracks. So video games, cards. I like to make music, I guess.
Yeah.
And I also I like to kind of code on my own time. I come from a like computer science background.
Yeah.
And there is something that I don't know if I should say it. Well, I also make maps for a video game, custom maps. Uh,
Oh.
but I don't know.
I just got a massive grin on my face because I know like what you're talking about too. Because I was in that. Well, if we're thinking the same thing, I was in that community for a long time.
Well, it's funny because what is the best way to kind of put this? Like, I should just say it, and I will. It's just my reservation is that I really tried really really hard to kind of isolate these two identities because there's overlap in things that I've done and included in both. But alas, in during COVID, I started to make custom maps for Black Ops 3.
Never mind.
For custom zombies. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like geopolitical maps and like.
Oh no. Like actually like coding, like 3D designing like custom maps for video games. So
Like video game maps. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of do that as a hobby. Used to play instruments, kind of fell off a bit. I like to read. I read books. I read mangas. Really into Junji Ito currently. I pretty much have his whole backlog of mangas. If you don't know who that is, he's the kind of the godfather of like Japanese horror manga. So I'm not sure if you've heard of Uzumaki.
Oh, I've heard of it.
It's a very famous comic book. Yeah, so it's him. That's his work. So I've been kind of into kind of that world. Recently bought a 3D printer. Been playing, with that as a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that pretty much covers it all.
Well, I guess it's my turn now, eh?
Please, yes.
Well,
indeed.
Going off of some of the things you said, I do indeed play an orchestral instrument. I, in fact, play string bass.
Well, what do you play?
Do what?
Nice. I play bass too, man. Yeah.
Electric
awesome.
or double?
Not double. No, just the.
Standard bass guitar.
Yeah. Standard 4-string bass.
Yeah, I do a double bass, the stand-up ones. The ones you see in jazz.
Nice, man. The OG. Yeah, those are heavy, man.
Well, I got muscle, eh?
Nice. Good.
So yeah, I play that. I'm also a swimmer, actually. Although
Wow, man, look at you.
a lot of these hobbies I'm not really gonna. Well, I might swim in college, but not definitely competitive, just to keep my exercise levels right. That's mainly it. Because I just turned 18 like last Saturday, so hey.
Hmm.
I'm a senior in high school and I'm about to graduate, so I got to figure out what the fuck to do with my life.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. Do you have any thoughts? Okay, you know what? We'll do that as a follow up after your hobbies. Okay.
All right, swimmer, bassist. I've recently started getting into classic horror literature. Well, Frankenstein
Oh,
was the
man.
one that caught my interest, and I was thinking about doing a whole podcast episode over Frankenstein because I was so captivated by it.
Nice.
And we're soon gonna read Dr. Jekyll and soon Dracula too. I can't wait.
Nice,
I
man.
can't wait for
Those are
that.
some absolute classics right there for sure.
I'm pretty sure you already knew about my vinyl collection. That's where I got a lot of my samples from.
Yes. Hmm.
Uh, Outside of the Signal Slush and Vaporwave, the other big artist that I'm interested in is The Caretaker, James Leland Kirby.
I picked up on that. To be frank, yes, yes. Yeah, I mean he's very talented. It's awesome tunes.
I have been an addict to him since after, it was really March of 21 that I started getting into him, I think. But it just grew ever since, and I've been captivated by his work, and that's really the foundation of when I started making music. I started as a Caretaker fan project artist, but then I soon grew into,
That's
the
awesome, man.
Daydreamers moniker and starting a podcast and shit.
Well, I can see the
Correlation.
it's yeah, absolutely, absolutely, definitely.
I definitely like
So
ambient
so
takes.
if my math is right, it's also that age, you were what, like 13, 14, right? So it really, like, I feel like music that we intake at that age is also amplified and
Yeah.
like how it kind of builds you. So checks out.
Because I was 12 during quarantine, and then 13 was when I
There
got
you go.
into
Mhm.
Caretaker. So yeah, it lines up. Yeah, you're right. I still can't believe Tacos was 10 when he started music. I guess we'll come back to that point.
It is wild.
He was
Yes.
10. All right. Enough of that. Swimmer, Caretaker artist, vinyl collector. That's pretty much it that I could think of.
Plays the
Off
bass.
the top. Yeah.
Do you game?
I used to, but not really anymore because I've had life focus and musical interest.
Life. Yeah, life is
Life gets in the
a
way.
thing, huh?
Especially
Isn't it? Yeah.
right around senior year. Because I guess you had a
Yeah,
similar
yeah, definitely.
experience too.
I was never 18, man. I just I jumped that whole period. I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, of course.
I still
of course.
genuinely think
Naturally.
I'm a 9-year-old in an 18-year-old body. I act and I feel that way every single day of my life, and I feel like I'm never gonna change.
I hear you. Yeah, we don't, man. I feel like yeah,
Some of us just never grow up.
like I get that. I get that. Yeah, absolutely.
If we ever do meet in person, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. I would love to.
If we ever. Where do you live? You live in. Wait, you live on the East Coast or West Coast?
In West Coast, I'm in Cali.
Oh, you're in Cali. I'm in Tejas.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my own hobbies.
So then, to hijack your podcast, what do you want to become after college? What do you want to do? What's your segue from
I still,
high school into college?
yeah, I still want to be in the music community. That's my main side project that I want to do in my hobby free times.
Music. Hmm.
Music. But the main, career thing that I'm trying to focus on is welding and agriculture. Because,
Welding.
yeah.
Nice, man.
Because it makes,
Welding and agriculture. Wow, that's an interesting pair.
yeah. Welding makes me the money, but I've always been in an Aggie family, so I want to try and continue their tradition.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's beautiful.
I mean, I would drop welding and go down agriculture if it did pay me enough and had more demand. But welding has a lot more opportunities and demand to it, so it gets me, more sustainable in life.
It pays the bills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in my type of family.
Okay. Okay. Well, best of luck. You know.
Thank you. Oh, I guess I should flash the question back to you. What type of job do you work in?
Nice. Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like ever since I was a kid, I had the the major and profession in mind, and that's what I kind of
Dang.
focused on during high school, and that's what I went to college for. That's what I got my bachelor's in, and that's the job that I ended up getting. So it's been a pretty uh, predictable road, I guess, which is computer science. I was
Oh.
always into computers. I built my excuse me, hold on, I just dropped something. I built my I was just into computers ever since I was like 6, 7,
Yeah.
and then don't please no memes, okay? I heard it when I said it. God damn it! All right. They're just numbers, okay? I'm allowed to say six
Dang.
and 7. All right? Oh my god. But yeah, I built my first PC when I was like 12 or 13. I got into the whole concept of like the computer parts and how they connect and how they work, and I was like, hey, I can do this as a thing, and not just like the hardware. I was really interested in the coding aspect of it. So I went to school and college, got my BS in comp sci, and I've been at the same job now for I think close to 18 years. Um, yeah, I'm dating like myself here, but um, quite happy. I do a mixture of like developer work and technical. So like it's technical work, pretty much about clients and our product.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then as it's obvious, I try to kind of put that as a hobby as well. Hence the coding and making maps and such. I try to keep myself busy, with the whole computer world.
Yeah. So, if you're in computer science, I want to ask you just to, rectify the memes. How hard is it getting a job
Okay.
as a computer science major? And does it, like, really slack off after you get a job?
Mm-hmm. So that is a loaded one, and I'm gonna give you the best answer that I can. I think when I was in college, when I was applying for jobs, and you have to keep in mind where I live. I live in the like mecca of comp sci, right? So all
Yeah.
the, you know, like it shouldn't be hard to find a job where I'm at, and it wasn't. But it's been so, I feel like it's evolved to a point where it got a little oversaturated, and due to recent progress with AI, it's been a big hit on kind of entry and middle engineering.
Yeah.
So I would say that today it's probably harder than it was when I did it. So I do think it's becoming more challenging, and it is also, I mean, not to brag, but it is a tough major. Like it's not you have to do a lot of math, like excessive, like more than a person would think. There's a lot of science involved. It's a lot of it's very like engineering mentality. So there's like there is no like conceptual answers. They're all factual. So your exams are tough. It's a lot of effort, and
Yeah.
it pays well over time. But it's just like any other job. The entry is tough. It's competitive. And I don't think there's really a fall off on, oh man, I got this job, I can now chill. I think that's more of like an office culture, not really the comp size side. Now, mind you, there are peaks, right? There's times where it's really busy for a quarter. A quarter, I'm just churning and I'm doing a bunch of things and
Yeah.
I'm borderline overworked. But there's obviously pockets of time due to the industry and the company. There's it's not as bad or it's laxed, and that's when I do music, right? I got some extra time. I am predominantly home, so I don't think it's those jobs where you just get it and then you just ease into it and just chill. Those definitely do exist, mind you, especially in my industry. But for comp sci, predominantly, I would say it's good work. Did that
That solved a
answer
lot.
your question?
Yeah.
All right, wonderful, wonderful.
Because I've always seen the memes about how comp sci is one of the hardest careers to like progress in school, and then like the hardest to get a job, and then after getting a job, landing a job, it's like the easiest thing ever.
I would tell you though, this a pro and a con with it. The pro is that, in my humble opinion, and that's just one person's opinion, right?
Right.
It's a major that doesn't really need masters. So there's a lot, like in psych or lit or arts or whatever. There's an incentive to want to pursue a master's degree or a PhD. It kind of makes you look more, it makes you look more, scholared, and people want to attain that more.
Yeah.
I feel like with comp sci, that's not really that big of a deal. I don't think people care as much. They want just a person to just begin a job and just begin doing their part. Con, though, I would say, as a counter to the point of, if you get a job, you just chill, is that true? Probably in your company, you kind of get cozied up. The scary thing is if you either leave, get fired, let go, want to move and relocate, because you get so accustomed to the kind of the micro environment of your job and the product and like there,
Yeah.
and how fast comp sci evolves. It's overwhelming amount of new information and outdated things that get renewed, that if you're not doing a proactive job of kind of keeping up with that comp sci world, you get outpaced so fast, man. Like, you end up being somebody that nobody else wants because you think in your mind, I'm seasoned. To everybody else, you're old and outdated. So I feel like there's that polarity to it. It's easier to maybe, get comfortable in a job, but I personally think it's a lot harder to kind of keep yourself fresh and look attainable.
Interesting, but it does make sense. But it could also apply to
I
every
mean,
other job too.
it doesn't though, right? I mean, think of, let's say, math. There's really,
Oh
it's
yeah.
pretty solved, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, if you know math, you know math. There's always theories, and you can write
It's pretty
books on it,
one-dimensional.
and you can, yeah, you're more than, it's, go ahead and publish books on it, or, write a thesis on math, but math won't outpace you. You
Yeah.
are, there's a plateau of knowledge that, you gain. I feel like comp sci is the industry where it's the exponential growth of it, and it is just brutal.
Definitely. That makes more sense. So, I honestly don't know how we got to this point in the podcast, but I love it considering how, off the rails it became.
Hey man, it makes for a good, interesting podcast.
It does. It incentivizes views. Zang. All right.
Exactly.
So going off of the career ladder thing, I think we got off of it because of my hobby things. So, yeah, I wanted to ask something. How did you get your Bandcamp logo, the one with the moon and stuff?
Ah, wow, that's good, man. I quote unquote made it. There are two or three photos that I have taken, and I just overlaid them and made it into what it is. Like there was no moon above a tree. There was a photo of the moon I took, and then the tree is actually during the daytime. It was a view of my apartments a decade ago, and then there might have been another photo I can't recall, and then I just overlaid them and made that, which I thought would, it looked cool, and nobody else has it. So I thought, hey, it could be my logo, I suppose. So.
Hey, it's distinct. I'll tell you that.
Huh, thank you.
Because I thought it was like you taking a picture through a telescope of like up the moon.
Right? Yes.
And,
yes, I put that little filter too, that little like a lens capsule kind of looking filter on it. Yeah, that's right. I do own a telescope, by the way. It's a great hobby, and not too expensive. I got it for like $250, and modular. I can change the magnifying tier of the lens, and it's fun, man. It's cool stuff. Yeah,
gotta love it.
And I presume yours is a drawing that you made. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, it's a remastered drawing of something that I made back in 2021. Yeah. I remastered this in 2024. The original is probably lost to time, but no, actually.
By the way, I have to tell you, I apologize for.
It's all right.
For cutting you off. The more I look at it, it's like an animal under the blankets or something, like the eyes. But I just always assumed it was like the Cookie Monster giving a thumbs up. Like that's what I see when I look at it. I know it's not true. I know the hat with the little lights. I think it. I thought that it was like a mouth with the two eyes and then the thumbs up. Just FYI, it's.
All right. Here, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
I'll send you. Oh, dang, not the address.
That makes sense. The map. Okay.
The map, and then I just added the crown. I honestly don't know why I added the crown, but I just.
Oh, the blue part is the map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. And then there's like eyes though, right?
And then I just made it into a character of sorts.
Got it. And that is a hat.
That's a crown.
It's a crown. Okay. Sorry, the resolution is like, so I can't tell.
Yeah.
Got it.
From far away, it looks kind of
a lot more sense.
So
like
it makes
birthday
sense.
hat with candles on top.
It does look like a Oh my god, you're right. It does look like a birthday hat.
That's what I thought, and then it was like giving like a thumbs up or something. I was like, well, it is his birthday soon, And by the way, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a legal adult now. Fuck me. Time to pay Uncle Sam 3/4 of my freaking income. I swear to God.
Tax time. That's right.
I gotta file them this year too. Freak me.
Don't worry, it gets harder.
Oh, what? All right. All right. So let's go back to your forum, because
Sure.
Your profession, music, hobbies.
Let's pick up the pace. Okay, come on.
Well, I mean, we do have like 22 minutes before the 1 hour mark, so.
It's all good, man. Teasing you.
I wanted to, let's go back to the thing about tacos. He started music when he was 10.
Right.
What the flip?
That's wild. I got no comment. When I was 10, I think I was just playing
Yeah, that's
Mario
what I was
on
gonna
my
ask you. What were you doing when you were
playing
10?
Game Boy. Definitely not making music. I can tell you that much. You know, uh, yeah, it's interesting seeing kids beginning to kind of be involved in technology earlier and
Yeah.
younger ages. Like they're just able to just master things at such a faster pace and rate that it's impressive. I mean, um, yeah, it's cool, man. Very very cool stuff.
Well, yeah, one thing that I found interesting when coming into the Signal Slush community was how varied in ages this community was. From the caretaker community, most of them were like
Right.
late teens at most, some young adults. This community is like,
Really?
yeah, it's mainly late teens,
Oh
early
wow.
adults. That's mainly about it. This community, it's
Wow.
very ranged. Some early teens, even before then, to like 50-year-olds. How old are you? 30 something?
To unks, I am 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And then
almost
some of y'all
40.
have wives, kids, and
Figured, yeah.
families. That's insane.
That's
I
right.
could have
Yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
guessed.
That's right.
That was.
Yeah, to me actually it was the opposite experience. I didn't expect so many like teens because again, right? The whole concept of the genre, it kind of poking, or like giving a nod to 80s and 90s. I didn't think kids really resonated with that, to be frank. So when I kind of like got involved into this scene and began to talk with people like you and many, many, you know,
Yeah.
others. I'm like, oh my God, they're so young. And it's like, I think it's amazing. It's fantastic. But it definitely caught me off guard. I was expecting a bunch of unks,
Yeah.
um, uh, not the case at all. Very vast range, and also it's global, man. It's
It
wild
is.
how global this genre is. Like I was expecting a lot of like Europe and America, and then 10% maybe like globally everywhere else. Dude, I was
Yeah.
so wrong. I was way off.
It's way
Way, way
varied.
off.
There's from
Mm.
yeah the caretaker community that I came from. It's mainly 90% American, 10% British, and like 0.1% everything else. This
Right,
community,
right,
oh
yeah.
good lord, half of it is American, like 20% is British.
Maybe less even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
it's
less,
crazy.
honestly.
Because there's a lot of Canadian uh like
Canadian,
artists
Latin,
too. A lot of yeah.
Balkan,
Argentina, as we
Argentina,
found out,
Southern Balkan,
yeah,
Balkan.
a lot of Balkan, yeah,
Of course,
and Japanese, East Asia. There's just it's
Japan is
fast.
yeah. It's it's a it's a real eye opener for me. The first time that I came here, I was like, "Holy cow! Am
Same,
I real?"
likewise. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, whoa, am I in the right server? What's happening here? But yeah, it's amazing. I think it's beautiful, and it's such a simple example of the power of music, right?
Yeah.
And especially, right, keeping in mind that this isn't like, in my opinion, predominantly music with words in it. There's no dialogue occurring. It's just
Yes.
emotions, right? It's just feelings. It's just tunes, and it's able to like a TV static from a '90s Weather Channel, its impact at being so global and unified and how it makes you feel is just, to me, is unreal. I didn't expect it to be this vast of a global impact.
Definitely. I think the one reason why Vaporwave or Signal Slush as a whole is so varied is because of the lack of lyrics and words and stuff. Sure, there are some
I think
Japanese,
so too.
Latin, German, American commercials, but most of it is predominantly instrumental, and instruments can convey a lot more than words that you've never heard before.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I actually I agree to such an extent that this is just like a personal thing. I It's challenging, but um, I exclusively try to make music that doesn't have any words in it, and
Same here too.
so every song that yeah, like every song I have is purely instrumental. I think there's been like one little exception in one track. It'll be a little I won't say which one, but yeah, I try to like it's tough because there's a bunch of songs that I want to make in its own way with a tune and a sample, but there's
Yeah.
freaking words in it and singing, so I have to chop it and loop it in a way where I kind of like avoid it, but I still make it enjoyable. So to me, and I think it comes from my influence. Like I really got influenced by uh, Carpet Dust and oh my god, what is it called? Network television, or what is it called? Oh my god.
uh, I
Night National. Oh my god, what is it called?
I have it too.
Nighttime television service. But
I was about to say Desert
I
Sands.
I mixed the artist name with the title of the album.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think it's National Network, right?
That's
Yes.
CT
Yeah.
57.
So yeah, so those are I to me is the signal signal wave that I enjoyed the most. Um, it doesn't imply that I don't like music with words in it. I mean, majority of Cat System Corpse
Yeah.
albums are a mixture of both, and they're beautiful music. They're amazing.
Yeah.
But just as a personal thing, I've made it a challenge. Obviously, there will be exceptions, but yeah, to just make or at least try to make music that doesn't have words in it.
I think as a vapor ambient artist, as myself, as I was put in the vapor roulette that just recently came out, I think
Mhm.
because ambient is such a loose genre, I can sneak like distorted lyrics in my music a lot of the time. Even in the track, even my submission for the vapor roulette, it has distorted lyrics as in the center channel, but you can't really recognize that it's voices
I couldn't tell. Yeah,
unless I told you like
great
right
job,
now.
by the way.
Thank you.
By the way, it was a very very good song.
I loved your
But
song
yeah,
too.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Nice, man.
Yeah, I try and use physicals a lot more because that's just how I am, especially after Kirby and his influence on turntable music. I try and use a lot more, CDs,
So,
cassettes, or vinyls, and
like? What is your process? So you put it on vinyl, and then do you plug the vinyl to your PC, or do you just record it raw? What do you
oh,
do?
there's a special set. So, of course, I have my computer and my turntable, but there's also a special, device that connects the phono input from the turntable and plug it in directly to my PC.
Nice.
So yeah, I record it via the
Nice.
turntable, and then it goes through a left and right. You know those red and white cables that you plug in to your TV and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, it connects
Yes.
through
Mhm.
that. It goes through a transferring system,
Aux.
then yeah, and then it comes through a USB, plugs in, and then I record it via Audacity.
Nice. I think those were called component cables, or they're called composite. I've heard that.
I think it's component. Composite are
Component.
composite is I think the videos on TVs. You know.
No, that's
Wait.
that's coaxial.
Um.
That's your coax cable. I think component is your blue, green, red, and
Oh yeah,
oh,
component is
what
blue,
was
green,
it?
red.
Cable is it's the composite is the one that's white, yellow, red.
Yeah. I just now looked it up on Google.
Yeah, same. I just pulled it up.
Yeah. Component composite. Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah. Is there? Well, yeah. I transfer it, and then I use a separate, and then I use Reaper and sometimes FL or Audacity to actually affect and make the music.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
What DAW do you use, or do you primarily use?
I exclusively just use Audacity. That's it.
Exclusive
I don't do
Audacity
any,
user.
that's it, dude. With no plugins.
Really?
Just just default. Like, okay, default like effects. That's all. I don't have anything else, man. That's it. I'm raw.
Dang, I use like 50 plugins per set.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't. I do a lot of like manual work. I do everything by hand. I like uh, one by one. I'll do effect A, then effect B. If I don't like it, I'll tweak it back. Then it'll do effect C. Then I'll go back and change the pitch. Then I'll change the speed. It's all manual by hand.
So, so you like render one instance, listen to it. If you don't like it, you go back and change another instance. Is it like one knob at a time?
No, no, it's more like I can tell you my process if you want.
Go
So
ahead.
what I do is I'll get the track. I will either create the loop first, or I will slow down and change the pitch first. And it varies because on occasion it's better to find a loop when the song is slowed down versus other times. Then I'll create my little loops. I'll cut out the fat that I don't want. I'll create the overall like narrative of what the song is. I won't have any like it won't be the sound I want yet, but I just want the actual track. And then from there, I'll just play around, predominantly a mixture of pitching, um, uh, reverb effects, again, loops. I'll add. Let me tell you the name. I think the only external plugin that I downloaded was. Let me pull it up. Let me see what it's called. Um, Compress Dynamics, and what that does is it allows me to even out the audio
Yeah,
level across the song. Yeah, yeah, as you know, probably.
I know compressing.
So
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah, and then from there on, I might add a few more effects. Then I'll add my static to it, which is always I make them. I don't like find like some TV static and then copy it. So I'll actually I'll create a new track, and then I'll create like a noise. And I either do tones. I can do sawtooth tone, or I'll do noise for white or pink.
I always
and then
wondered how
I'll
y'all
take it
make.
from there.
Yeah, I always wondered how y'all make
Yeah.
manual statics, because it seems like each one of y'all like makes a different static per album, and it varies per artist too. So it's like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite part when I got into this whole genre was like, oh wow, I can make static. I'm like, that's cool, man. I was like, that's pretty cool, and it lets you change the frequency and the pitch, and I can make it fit like if I'm making a more like scary, darker toned album or track, I'll make the static like looming and deeper, and like if it's meant to like emulate a TV or radio, I'll make it a bit more cleaner and
Yeah.
high pitched. It gives me that you know
M-
yeah, because I'm like able to just make it. I can pretty much make it any way that I want, and then I feel like I made the overall template that I enjoy the most, and like across albums, I'll carry it over and change it just a bit.
Yeah. I feel like the most that I do with my static is just grab a generic white noise, EQ the flip out of it, and maybe sometimes change the pitch and tempo, and then that's basically just it.
Yeah.
Do y'all do anything else
Yeah.
other than that, or?
No, that's 90% that. I try to just find tracks that I just know will work for how I make them. And then I just do what I just said. There's not really much else to it for me. I mean, obviously, I will add ambience if I need to, like
Yeah.
rain, or I might add, wind, or extra, background noises and stuff. But as far as the track itself, I try to keep it kind of minimal and clean.
Alright, alright. I was wondering if I was missing something, because it seems like y'all make static so flawlessly, when my static sounds like absolute dog garbage, just doing...
It doesn't. Come on, man. It doesn't. But I will tell you though, white noise is very aggressive. I would not do
it does.
white noise. Find pink or brown. Okay? White is just loud and obnoxious and very one tone.
Yeah.
That anytime I've tried to do through white, I just have I have a bad time. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing pink or brown and adding buzzsaw, which is like that little like wavy sound of like a TV.
Yeah. I'm looking it up.
Mhm.
Oh, it's like a like a form of a sawtooth. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Huh. Good to know. I will definitely use that. Because I want to try and incorporate more noise into my music than just, douse it in reverb.
It's fine, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I love me some like good background static.
Yeah. So, we're coming up on the 1 hour mark now. Is there any shout outs
Okay.
that you'd like to give out to anyone around the community or anyone in your life in general?
Shout outs to you for
Aw,
having me here.
thank you.
I really appreciate it. I think you are doing a great job with this podcast, and I wish you the best. I always look forward to your music. I will shout out everyone else that's been a part of the channel zero, collab compilation. I think that was an amazingly wholesome experience.
I love everyone in that compilation. I adore
Same,
them.
man. It's an amazing community. Like, really, really, really is. It's like wholesome. It's caring. It's thoughtful, and everyone is so kind. And if our like compilation got no listens and got no attention, I wouldn't even care because of
Yeah.
the fact that I mix you all, and we have that channel to kind of keep talking and making music. I would love to call out everybody that I made a collab with. It's been an amazing experience. Just as a little side note, January was insane for me. I did four
you did like
collabs.
Yeah, 4 or 5 collabs.
It was insane. I don't know how I did it. Kind of like looking back, I don't think I could do it again. I feel like it was a mixture of just like not being so busy at work and the fact that I could overlap projects.
Oh, yeah.
I work fast. So I
Everyone
would
that
have
I've
like
talked to
five
has told me
keys
that you
checked.
do.
I do. It's I can't lie. So props to them all. They're and it was unbelievable how everybody had a completely different sound, and I feel like every collab album I made sounds different, unique, and it just with so much personality. So thanks to them all, individually, to terrifying apparition, to Lapa, to Itachi, to Ishii, and hoping to do a lot more. Um, and again, thank you, man.
Thank you. It was great.
Oh, I want to also. Sorry.
It's all right.
I apologize. I do want to also take one moment and say thank you um to Coed. I feel like
Oh.
her her positivity and encouragement from when I was uh in my first week of making music. She is just being so, I think, approachable and kind. Really gave me the encouragement to keep making tunes and music, and I owe a lot to her. So,
Do what?
I owe a lot to her.
Oh, yeah,
To
I
Coed.
definitely do too. Me and her haven't really talked as much as I'd like compared to some of the other people that I see in the server, but her positivity and happiness is definitely spread to everyone in the server so much that even if I don't talk to her
Absolutely,
directly, her positivity towards other people reflects the positivity back onto me, you know?
absolutely,
Because, like, talking with you, you said that co-ed influenced happiness upon you, and talking with you, it definitely
big
shows
time.
and it influences me back. So it's just like a circle.
That's wonderful. It is, and it's not common in a lot of these niche communities.
Yeah,
I feel like so it's this is a gem of a place, and I'm very very happy and
it is an
proud to be
absolute gem to be here.
a part of it. It really is, man. So yeah,
I'm so
I
glad
think that's
I
it.
found y'all so much. It's such a break
Same,
from,
man.
like, the internet. Coming here and seeing just the amount of
Isn't it?
positivity
Isn't it?
and just
Yeah, man. It's like polarizing for sure.
comfort.
We
It's a comfort zone.
yeah, it's bizarre. It's like, why is it so comfortable? Is there a catch here? But
It's
no, it's just really good, humble people, man. It's great.
I'm laughing at the freaking memes that people are sending in freshwater media. I gotta stop looking on
Oh
Discord.
yeah.
Alright, so thanks for coming out. It's been a pleasure talking
Thank
with you
you.
and just
Likewise.
seeing what you all have to say on your mind, you know?
Thank you. Thank you again, and best of luck in your podcast.
Best of luck to you too. Is there any final things that you want
Thanks
to
so much.
say?
Final things
Finalium.
is
Yeah.
Finellium is if you haven't, guys, check out my music. It's cool stuff. If not, that's okay too. And have a wonderful day.
I don't mind a little
That's all.
self promo. Thank you
All right,
all.
why not?
Thank you all so much for joining me on this podcast with Sweet Bee this time. I said it right, not Suit Bee. And thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you on the next episode or whenever we meet again.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right, man. That was awesome. That was so time just flew by, man.
I know.
Crazy, huh?
It's. I loved talking with you.
Thanks, man. Same. Likewise. So you have more coming up, right? A few more people.
Oh, people,
to-
I only have Driftwave Static coming up, but I saw on my form that one other person...
That should be fun.
Yeah. One other person signed the form, and I still have to decide a date for another. So, yeah, after you, we have 2 people coming up.
Cool, man. Well, I think you have something cool, man.
Aw.
Here, I don't see. There's no podcast form in vaporwave overall, and even if there is, it's not this like I think personal and
Personal, yeah.
casual and yeah. I think it's great. I think you at least fan here. Okay, so I will be tuning in absolutely.
Aw. One of the key characteristics that I often identify myself as is, sympathetic per se. Because I know that the perspective of the little guy, the one that just now joins in and sees all these big artists like Coed and Tefco and all the.
Looking upwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want to try and give everyone looking in an opportunity to just share their voice, and that's what the Field of Dreams podcast tries to achieve by speak your mind. That's my slogan, semi slogan, I guess per
I
se.
love it, man.
Say your mind. So that's the whole point of this.
That's awesome, man. Great. Well, again, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
All right. Yeah. Take care, man. Bye.